Every day, kitchens produce a mountain of scraps. Vegetable peels, eggshells, coffee grounds, and leftover fruit. Most of it ends up in the trash, destined for landfills, where it contributes to waste and methane emissions. But what if I told you that these scraps are actually one of the most powerful tools in your backyard farm or garden? Long before chemical fertilizers existed, farmers and homesteaders turned kitchen waste into rich, life-giving soil. This isn't just old-fashioned wisdom, it's practical, cost-effective and incredibly sustainable. Today, I'll show you exactly how to transform your everyday kitchen scraps into a nutrient-packed fertilizer that will feed your plants, boost crop yields, and reduce your environmental footprint. The first step in turning waste into fertilizer is recognizing the value in what you throw away. Vegetable peels and fruit scraps provide nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus, the essential building blocks for plant growth. Eggshells supply calcium, which strengthens plant cell walls and prevents blossom end rot in tomatoes and peppers. Coffee grounds and tea leaves add organic matter that improves soil structure and promotes microbial activity. By understanding what each type of kitchen waste contributes, you can create a balanced fertilizer that rivals commercial blends without spending a dime. Simply piling kitchen scraps on the soil won't give you the rich fertilizer you want. Composting is the process that transforms organic waste into a stable, nutrient-rich soil amendment. Start with a container or a small corner of your yard. Layer green materials, like vegetable scraps and coffee grounds, with brown materials such as dried leaves, shredded newspaper or cardboard. This balance helps maintain airflow and prevents odours. Turn the pile every few days to accelerate decomposition and promote even breakdown. Over weeks, microbes will convert your waste into dark, crumbly compost packed with nutrients ready to feed your garden. Historical farmers discovered that fermenting certain kitchen scraps could release nutrients faster. For example, blending vegetable scraps with water and letting them sit in a sealed container for a week produces a potent liquid fertilizer. This kitchen compost tea can be diluted with water and poured directly onto plant roots, giving an immediate nutrient boost. Practically, you can start a small batch in a jar, strain out solids after a week, and use the liquid to nourish seedlings or potted plants. This method is particularly effective for nitrogen-hungry crops like leafy greens. Now, eggshells and small bones, they break down rather slowly, but they provide a steady supply of calcium and phosphorus over the course of several months. It's best to crush eggshells into fine pieces before adding them to your compost, or you can even bury them directly in the soil around your plants. As for bones, boiling them first releases some nutrients into the water, which can then be used as a sort of liquid fertilizer, while the softened bones are crushed and added to the compost. These practices, they actually mimic ancient techniques used by homesteaders, folks who relied on every scrap to enrich their fields over time. If you happen to raise chickens, rabbits or goats, combining their manure with kitchen scraps creates what some call a super compost. Animal manure adds extra nitrogen and microbial diversity, which honestly really accelerates the breakdown of plant waste. For example, layering shredded vegetable peels with chicken manure and a small amount of straw produces a highly fertile compost in just a few weeks. But always allow it to age properly before applying, to avoid burning your plants with all that high nitrogen content. This approach is actually a historical method that blends waste streams for maximum efficiency. Now, while kitchen waste is really valuable, improper handling can attract rodents or create some rather foul smells. To prevent this, it's best to chop scraps into small pieces, cover them with brown materials, and avoid adding meat, dairy, or oily foods to your compost heaps. Keep your compost contained, and if you're using liquid ferments, make sure those containers are sealed or covered. Following these steps allows you to reap the benefits of nutrient-rich fertilizer without, inviting pests into your backyard. Start small. Collect your daily vegetable peels, fruit cores, eggshells, and coffee grounds in a dedicated container. At the end of each week, add them to your compost bin with brown materials and remember to turn the pile regularly. Every few weeks, strain and apply fermented liquids to your plants. Layer crushed eggshells and aged bones to maintain long-term calcium levels. By following this routine, you create a self-sustaining loop. Your kitchen supports your garden supports your table, and waste becomes wealth. The techniques we've covered are really rooted in centuries of agricultural wisdom. Farmers, long before the age of synthetic fertilizers, understood that nothing should be wasted, and that every peel, shell or scrap has a role in sustaining soil fertility. By adapting these practices today, we can feed our plants naturally, save money, and reduce our environmental impact. The process also reconnects us with the rhythms of nature, teaching patience, observation, and a real respect for the life that nourishes our crops. Transforming kitchen waste into fertilizer is both an art and a science. By composting, fermenting, and combining scraps with other organic materials, you can create a powerful, sustainable nutrient source that boosts plant growth and enriches your backyard farm. Start applying 1 or 2 methods this week, observe the results, and refine your approach over time. If you found this guide valuable, do subscribe to Husbandry, share it with fellow gardening and poultry enthusiasts, and, comment below on which kitchen scrap you'll start turning into fertilizer first. Every peel counts, every scrap enriches, and every step brings your garden to life.